Hey Virgo, I just pulled your cards and honestly I need to share this with you right away because what came through is absolutely beautiful. I shuffled the deck, thinking about your energy and what the universe wants you to know right now, and the cards that appeared tell such a powerful story about wealth, promises, and divine surprises coming your way. Let me walk you through what I saw because this reading has some seriously uplifting energy. So the first card that came out is the Empress, and right away I felt this abundance energy just radiating from the deck. The Empress is one of the most abundant cards in the entire tarot deck, and when she shows up for you, Virgo, she is telling you that you are entering a phase of incredible fertility in all areas of your life. Now, I am not just talking about physical abundance here, though that is definitely part of it. The Empress represents creative abundance, financial growth, and the manifestation of dreams that you have been nurturing for so long. You know how you have been working so hard, being so practical and strategic about your goals? The Empress is saying that all of that effort is about to bloom into something tangible and real. She sits in her garden, surrounded by luxury and comfort, and that is the energy coming toward you. What I find really interesting is that the Empress does not hustle for her abundance. She receives it naturally because she has created the right conditions for growth. That is what you have been doing, Virgo. You have been preparing the soil, planting the seeds, doing all the practical groundwork that others skip over. And now the universe is ready to reward that dedication. I am seeing financial opportunities that feel almost effortless compared to what you have been through before. This could be a promotion, a new income stream, or even an inheritance or gift that comes your way. But beyond money, the Empress is bringing you emotional richness too. Your relationships are about to feel more nourishing, your creative projects are going to flourish, and you are going to feel this deep sense of satisfaction that comes from seeing your plans actually work out. The Empress also talks about self-worth, and I think this is crucial for you right now. You are being asked to recognize your own value and to stop underestimating what you bring to the table. When you truly own your worth, that is when the universe matches it with external abundance. So I am seeing you stepping into this energy where you are not just hoping for wealth and success. You are expecting it because you know you deserve it. This is a beautiful starting point for your reading because it sets the tone for everything else that is coming. The next card is the Hierophant. And this one made me pause because it adds such an interesting layer to your story. The Hierophant represents tradition, wisdom, and official commitments. When he appears alongside the Empress, I am seeing that the abundance coming your way is not random or temporary. It is structured and built to last. The Hierophant often shows up when contracts are being signed, when official agreements are being made, or when you are receiving recognition from established institutions. For you, Virgo, this could mean a formal job offer, a business contract, or some kind of official acknowledgement of your expertise. Have you been waiting for something to be made official? Maybe you have been in talks about a partnership or a promotion, and it has felt like things were moving slowly. The Hierophant is telling you that those promises are about to become real and binding. This is not someone vaguely saying they will help you out. This is paperwork being signed, commitments being honored, and structures being put in place that protect your interests. I also feel like the Hierophant is speaking to your education and expertise. You have worked hard to build your knowledge and skills, and now that expertise is being recognized by people in positions of authority. This could be a mentor figure who opens doors for you, or it could be that you yourself are stepping into a role where you become the authority that others look up to. The Hierophant also represents spiritual wisdom and higher learning, so I would not be surprised if you are also experiencing some profound spiritual insights during this time. You might find yourself drawn to study something that feeds your soul, or you might be sharing your own wisdom with others in a more formal way. What really stands out to me about the Hierophant in your reading is that he brings stability and respect. The wealth that is coming to you is not just about money in your bank account. It is about being respected, being seen as someone of value and integrity, and having your position in the world be secure and acknowledged. This is the kind of success that gives you peace of mind, because it is not built on shaky ground. It is built on solid principles and mutual respect. Now the third card is Nine of Pentacles, and oh my goodness, Virgo, this is one of my absolute favorite cards for abundance and independence. When I see Nine of Pentacles show up, especially with the Empress and the Hierophant already on the table, I know we are talking about serious wealth and self-sufficiency. The Nine of Pentacles shows a figure standing in their own beautiful garden, surrounded by luxury that they have created through their own efforts. This is earned success. This is the result of discipline, hard work, and smart decisions. And this is so perfectly suited to your Virgo energy, because you are someone who values practical achievement and tangible results. The Nine of Pentacles is telling you that you are about to experience a level of financial independence that allows you to live life on your own terms. You are not going to be dependent on anyone else for your security or happiness. You are creating that for yourself. I am seeing you making purchases that you have been putting off, investing in quality items that bring you joy, and generally feeling like you can breathe easier when it comes to money. There is also something about refinement and taste with this card. You are not just accumulating wealth for the sake of having more. You are creating a lifestyle that reflects your values and your appreciation for quality. Maybe you are finally decorating your space the way you have always wanted, or investing in experiences that enrich your life. The Nine of Pentacles also speaks to enjoying the fruits of your labor. You have been so focused on work and responsibility for so long, and now the universe is giving you permission to actually enjoy what you have built. This does not mean you stop working or planning. It means you allow yourself to take pleasure in your achievements instead of immediately moving on to the next goal. I also feel like this card is highlighting your independence and self-reliance as your greatest strengths right now. You do not need anyone to complete you or validate you. You are whole and abundant on your own. And ironically, when you embody this energy of self-sufficiency and contentment, that is often when the most amazing opportunities and relationships come to you because you are attracting from a place of wholeness rather than need. The fourth card that came through is Three of Cups, and this brought such a joyful energy to the reading. After all these cards about personal achievement and abundance, Three of Cups is reminding you that celebration and community are part of the journey too. This card represents friendship, celebration, and shared joy. I am seeing you connecting with people who genuinely celebrate your success rather than feeling threatened by it. You know how sometimes when good things happen, not everyone in your life is happy for you? Three of Cups is saying that the right people are going to show up to cheer you on and share in your happiness. This could be friends, family members, or even new connections that come into your life specifically during this abundant period. There is something about this card that feels like you are not climbing the ladder of success alone. You have your people with you, supporting you and celebrating every milestone. I also see this card indicating actual celebrations coming up. Maybe you are going to be at weddings, parties, or gatherings where you feel genuinely happy and connected. Or perhaps you are the one hosting something special to mark an achievement or a new beginning. Three of Cups also has a creative, collaborative energy to it. If you work in a field where collaboration is important, I see projects with other people going really well and everyone bringing their best to the table. There is harmony, mutual respect, and a sense that everyone involved is winning together. What I really love about Three of Cups appearing in your reading is that it reminds you that abundance is not just about what you have in your bank account or what title you hold. It is also about the richness of your relationships and the joy you experience in connection with others. You are being supported by people who want to see you thrive, and that support is going to be really meaningful as you step into this next chapter. This card is also a reminder to make time for fun and for the people you care about. Success is sweeter when you have people to share it with, and Three of Cups is encouraging you to let your guard down and really enjoy these moments of connection and celebration. Moving to the fifth card, we have the Devil. And I know this might seem like it contradicts all the positive energy we have been talking about, but stay with me because the Devil in this context has a really important message for you. The Devil represents attachments, obsessions, and the things that hold us back through our own choices. In your reading, I feel like the Devil is showing up as a warning or as something you are in the process of releasing. You have been tied to certain patterns, beliefs, or situations that have limited your ability to fully receive the abundance that is trying to come to you. This could be limiting beliefs about money, like feeling guilty about wanting wealth or believing you do not deserve to be comfortable. It could also be unhealthy work patterns where you push yourself to the point of exhaustion because you feel like you have to earn love or approval through productivity. The Devil can also represent toxic relationships or dynamics where you give more than you receive, or where you feel obligated to stay even though the situation is draining you. Here is what I find really powerful, though. The Devil is not appearing as your future. He is appearing as what you are breaking free from. All of these other cards about abundance and independence would not be possible if you were still chained to the old patterns. So the Devil is actually showing that you are in the process of recognizing these limitations and choosing differently. Maybe you have already started setting boundaries with people who do not respect your energy. Maybe you have been doing work on your mindset and challenging those old stories about scarcity or unworthiness. Whatever it is, the Devil is confirming that you are releasing the chains that have held you back. And once those chains are fully released, there is nothing stopping the flow of abundance into your life. I also want to mention that the Devil can sometimes point to material temptations or getting too caught up in the pursuit of status and wealth to the point where it becomes unhealthy. So, as you move toward this prosperity, the devil is reminding you to stay grounded in your values and not let the pursuit of more become an obsession that costs you your peace or your relationships. Find that balance where you can enjoy abundance without being controlled by the need for it. The sixth card is the moon, and this one adds a layer of mystery and intuition to your reading. The moon represents the subconscious, dreams, intuition, and the unknown. When the moon appears, she is telling you that not everything is as it seems on the surface, and you need to trust your inner knowing even when the path ahead is not completely clear. In the context of your reading about wealth and promises, the moon suggests that there are hidden factors at play that you cannot see yet. This is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means the universe is working behind the scenes on your behalf, arranging circumstances and connections that will benefit you in ways you cannot predict right now. You might have moments where you feel uncertain or where you question whether these good things are really going to happen. The moon is saying that those doubts are normal, but do not let them stop you from moving forward. Your intuition is actually very strong right now, even if your logical mind is trying to make you second-guess everything. Pay attention to your dreams during this time, both your literal dreams while you sleep and your bigger dreams for your life. The moon is bringing you messages through your subconscious, and you might find that you wake up with sudden clarity about something that has been confusing you. I also feel like the moon is highlighting your psychic and intuitive abilities. You might be picking up on things that others miss, sensing the true intentions behind people's words, or just having strong gut feelings about which opportunities to pursue and which to avoid. Trust that. Your Virgo nature likes to analyze and have all the information before making a decision, but the moon is asking you to also honor the information that comes through your intuition even when it does not make logical sense yet. There is also something about the moon that speaks to feminine power and cycles. Just like the moon has phases, your journey to abundance has phases too. There will be times of visible growth and times of quiet preparation. Both are necessary and both are productive. Do not judge yourself if you are in a quieter phase right now. The work is still happening beneath the surface, and the results will show themselves at the right time. The moon is also reminding you to be careful about illusions and deception. If something seems too good to be true, or if someone's promises feel off to you, pay attention to that feeling. Not everyone who approaches you during this abundant time has good intentions, and the moon is sharpening your ability to see through facades. The seventh card is the Fool, and this is such an exciting card to see in your reading because it represents new beginnings, fresh starts, and taking leaps of faith. The Fool is numbered 0 in the tarot deck, which means he represents pure potential and infinite possibility. After all these cards about abundance and breaking free from limitations, the Fool is saying that you are about to step into a completely new chapter of your life. This is not just an improvement on what you already have. This is a whole new journey that is going to take you places you have never been before. The Fool asks you to approach this new phase with openness, curiosity, and a willingness to take risks. I know that might feel uncomfortable for you as a Virgo because you like to have plans and backup plans and contingency plans, but the Fool is inviting you to trust the journey even when you cannot see exactly where it is leading. Sometimes the best opportunities come when we say yes to something that seems a little crazy or illogical. The Fool is telling you that this is one of those times. You are being supported by the universe in ways you cannot fully comprehend, and you are being asked to take that leap. This could be starting a new business, moving to a new location, beginning a new relationship, or pursuing a dream that you have been too practical to chase before. Whatever it is, the Fool brings an energy of excitement and adventure. Life is about to feel fresh and full of possibilities again. You might even feel younger or more energized as you step into this new beginning. The Fool also represents innocence and authenticity. You are being asked to show up as your true self, without trying to fit into boxes or meet other people's expectations. When you approach this new chapter with authenticity and openness, you attract experiences and people that are aligned with your true nature. I also want to point out that the Fool often appears when we are about to do something that others might not understand or support. People might think you are being impractical or taking too big of a risk, but the Fool knows that calculated risks are often what lead to the biggest rewards. Trust your own path, even if it looks different from what others expect of you. The Fool is also traveling light, which suggests that you might need to let go of some baggage before you can fully embrace this new beginning. What are you carrying that no longer serves you? What old identities or roles are you ready to release? The Fool is giving you permission to shed those layers and step into this new chapter, feeling free and unburdened. The eighth card is Eight of Swords. And initially, this might seem like a challenging card, but in the context of your reading, I am seeing it as showing you where you have been and what you are moving away from. The Eight of Swords depicts a figure who is blindfolded and surrounded by swords, feeling trapped and unable to see a way out. But here is the thing. The bindings are loose, and the swords do not actually form an impenetrable barrier. The prison is largely mental. For you, Virgo, the Eight of Swords represents the mental traps you have been caught in. The overthinking, the anxiety, the belief that you are stuck in circumstances that you actually have more power to change than you realize. You have been feeling limited by your own thoughts and fears, believing that your options are more restricted than they really are. But this card appearing in your reading is actually showing you that you are recognizing these mental patterns and starting to remove the blindfold. You are beginning to see that many of the limitations you thought were real were actually just stories you were telling yourself. This is huge, because once you see the truth, you can start making different choices. The Eight of Swords also speaks to feeling paralyzed by too many options or too much information. Your Virgo mind loves to analyze every detail, but sometimes that analysis leads to paralysis, where you cannot make a decision because you are trying to account for every possible outcome. This card is encouraging you to trust that you do not need to have everything figured out before you take action. You can remove the blindfold, take one step forward, and then reassess. You do not have to see the entire path before you start walking it. I also feel like the Eight of Swords is highlighting victim mentality or feelings of powerlessness that you are releasing. Maybe you have spent time feeling like things happen to you, rather than feeling like you have agency in your own life. This reading is showing you that you have so much more power than you have been claiming. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a co-creator of your reality. And as you step into that truth, the swords that seem to trap you actually become tools you can use to cut through obstacles and clear your path. The Eight of Swords is also about communication and speaking your truth. Perhaps you have been holding back from saying what you really think, or from asking for what you want because you were afraid of the consequences. But staying silent keeps you trapped. Your voice is one of your greatest tools for changing your circumstances, and it is time to use it. The ninth card is the Hanged Man, and this is a card that always makes me pause and really sit with its energy because it is so different from most other cards in the deck. The Hanged Man is suspended upside down, seemingly stuck, but if you look closely, his face is peaceful. He has surrendered to this position and is actually gaining a completely new perspective from seeing the world upside down. In your reading, the Hanged Man represents a period of waiting, surrender, and seeing things from a totally different angle. You might have been in a phase where it felt like nothing was moving forward, where your efforts were not producing the results you expected, and where you had to just trust and wait. The Hanged Man is telling you that this period of suspension was not wasted time. It was necessary. You were gaining wisdom, shifting your perspective, and releasing the need to control every outcome. Sometimes we have to let go and let things unfold in their own timing, rather than forcing things to happen according to our schedule. The Hanged Man also represents sacrifice, but not in a martyrdom way. It is about consciously choosing to let go of something in order to gain something greater. Maybe you sacrificed immediate gratification in order to build something more sustainable. Maybe you let go of relationships or situations that were not serving your highest good, even though it was uncomfortable. The Hanged Man honors those sacrifices and tells you they were worthwhile. The new perspective you have gained is invaluable, and it is going to serve you well as you move forward into the abundance that is coming. I also see the Hanged Man as representing a spiritual awakening or a shift in consciousness. You are not seeing the world the same way you used to. Your values might have changed. What you thought was important might not matter as much anymore, and things you overlooked before might now seem essential. This shift in perspective is actually what is allowing the abundance to flow to you, because you are no longer blocking it with old beliefs and limited thinking. The Hanged Man also asks you to be patient just a little longer. I know you are ready for things to move and for these promises to manifest, but there is divine timing at play here. Everything is aligning perfectly behind the scenes, and when the moment is right, the Hanged Man will be released and everything will move forward quickly. Trust the pause. Trust the waiting. It is all part of the process. The 10th and final card is Justice, and what a powerful card to end on. Justice represents karma, fairness, balance, and things working out exactly as they should. When Justice appears in a reading about wealth and promises, she is telling you that you are about to receive exactly what you have earned. Remember all that work you have been putting in? All those times you did the right thing even when it was hard? All the integrity you maintained even when you could have cut corners? Justice sees all of that, and she is making sure you get your due reward. This is not luck. This is not random. This is the universe balancing the scales and making sure that your efforts are matched with appropriate outcomes. Justice also represents legal matters, contracts, and official decisions being made in your favor. If you have been waiting for a verdict on something, whether that is a job decision, a legal matter, or any kind of official judgment, justice is telling you that things are going to work out fairly. The truth will come to light, and the right decision will be made. There is also something about cause and effect with justice. The energy you have been putting out into the world is now coming back to you, multiplied. If you have been generous, you will receive generosity. If you have been honest, you will be met with honesty. If you have been working hard, you will see the results of that hard work. Justice is mathematically precise. She is not swayed by emotions or appearances. She simply looks at the facts and acts accordingly. This is incredibly reassuring because it means you can trust that what is meant for you will find you. You do not have to manipulate or force anything. You just have to continue being yourself and doing what you know is right. Justice also speaks to balance in your life. As this abundance comes in, justice is reminding you to maintain equilibrium. Do not swing too far in any direction. Make sure you are balancing work with rest, giving with receiving, planning with spontaneity. When you maintain that balance, the abundance becomes sustainable, rather than something that burns bright and then fizzles out. Justice is also associated with the sign of Libra, which rules partnerships and relationships. So there is an element here of partnership and fairness in relationships being important as you move forward. Make sure your relationships are equitable, and that you are not giving significantly more than you receive or vice versa. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and fair exchange, and justice is highlighting that for you. Finally, justice brings a sense of peace and completion. You have been through a journey, and justice is telling you that you are arriving at a place where things make sense, where you can see how all the pieces fit together, and where you feel satisfied that everything has worked out as it should. So Virgo, when I look at all 10 of these cards together, what I see is a powerful story of transformation and abundance. You are moving from a place of limitation and mental traps into a space of incredible wealth, independence, and recognition. The promises that have been made to you are not empty words. They are backed by official commitments and the force of karmic justice. You are breaking free from old patterns that kept you small, and you are stepping into a new beginning with fresh eyes and an open heart. The wealth that is coming to you is earned and deserved. It is stable and structured. It is going to allow you to live life on your own terms and to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You have people around you who celebrate your success, and you have the spiritual support of the universe guiding you toward divine surprises that exceed your expectations. Trust your intuition during this time. Pay attention to what you cannot see as much as what you can see. Be patient with divine timing while also taking inspired action when opportunities present themselves. Maintain your integrity and balance, and know that justice is on your side. You are being rewarded for everything you have put in, and the scales are tipping in your favor. This is your time, Virgo. The universe is honoring your dedication, your hard work, and your authenticity. Get ready to receive because wealth, promises, and divine surprises are all on their way to you now.